Aloha, this is your mean squirrel, here with a quick disclaimer. This podcast contains explicit content and parental discretion is advised. So no bitching if you fucking get offended by anything. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And now we are back yet again with the Squirrel Tangent. And this time it's just the Bratty Squirrel and I.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're back to the OG people.
Ta-da!
Nobody around us to breathe all that nasty virus crap on us. And
Not like anybody else has. It's all been by video calls.
right. This is true. Except for once. I set up at a Denny's.
I wasn't there.
Exactly. So it wasn't as good because we didn't have you.
You guys were good for about like the first 10 minutes and then went straight into Nerdville.
Well, you did let a couple of nerds off the leash. That's...
Mr. Lee.
Don't blame the cat.
He burps.
Oh,
He
God.
burps.
He burps. He likes spankings, although not as much as a sissifer.
My petite burps. They like to burp and crop dust me.
They like to pretend that they're like me when I'm not home. They're like, well, Daddy's not home. You must be missing him, so...
No. No. The emanations that come out of your body is like Area 51 chemical warfare.
Ugh.
Speaking of Area 51, did anybody watch Army of the Dead?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So
now you know with that movie out, there's going to be even more people trying to get out or close to Area 51.
it's not just that. That's also going to drag some people to Vegas, period. Honestly, it's going to be like, oh, I got to see that place that was in the movie. And
There is no hotel named Bly or the Olympus.
yeah, the Olympus does not exist, ladies and gentlemen.
They used Caesar's Palace as a
or at least,
model.
At least the corner, and then I guess they kind of modeled it after Caesar's Palace because I guess Caesar's didn't want to be in it.
I don't know what Bly is supposed to be. I think maybe
the Cromwell?
Cromwell or the Win. Because they showed Aria, but they didn't show the Win.
Right, well, the Aria is all the way up by New York, and Cosmopolitan.
Do you
and
think
Bellagio.
that they're going to be correct?
Well, they were on most of it. They showed
As far as distance-wise?
I don't know distance-wise, but they were at least on order of hotel. Like, the Mandalay Bay was right before the Luxor, which was before Excalibur. So, I mean, like, they had those in the right position. I don't know about distance.
You know, I can hear the bubbles from your soda.
I don't know. Once I do the noise removal, that might go away, but...
That's no fun.
Well, I could put it completely unedited, maybe just up the I don't know, but and we get the what do they call those videos? ASMR or
ASMR.
yeah? Are we going to be an ASMR podcast?
People are just gonna listen to us make bodily noises.
I watched one, and this lady was like opening a package, and like everything she opened, she just
Yeah. Some people get
like,
off on that. I don't know why.
What is why? And she was speaking all quiet the whole
And they
time.
speak like this.
I'm like, you weird person. And the bad part is, like, I was looking up, the reason why I saw this video was because I was looking up these microphones before we got them. And one of them was an ASMR video. And the lady was...
Don't lie, you were looking at what my dad now calls promo videos.
Oh.
You know those promo videos?
You know, in the military, they call them training videos.
Oh. Well, that's what we called them at the when we used to DJ the parties.
And
Training videos.
And you know what's
And why
worse?
was it that before I started DJing with you, became a part of that as a worker as opposed to an attendee? I got a burp. Oh, it's stuck. But dude,
I got you gas stuff.
I won so many things.
Toys, videos, the whole works. And you know,
I was definitely stocked up and sufficiently lubricated.
you could have lubricated the entire neighborhood, Brandy. I mean, there was...
I'm giving him the look of disgust right now.
Oh.
Because...
Well, we win on speaking anyway, because words are hard.
Because what is hard?
Words. What did you think I said?
Boards? I'm like, who the fuck are you whacking with boards? See, and this is our other problem. I don't know if anybody is old enough to remember, because I was young when this movie came out, that has Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, the see no evil, hear no evil. So with us, it's speak no evil, hear no evil, because one of us says stupid shit and another one, well, we kind of, it's a little bit of both. We both hear
or say
things, and I'll say something and he'll hear it completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa.
I think that's just part of a healthy relationship. You're not supposed... Yeah, you can't... If you heard everything right, you probably end up hating the other person, but you know.
And we always know when it's like, what the hell did I hear? If you see the other just kind of peek their head around the corner at you, like, and give you this look.
The look of confusion.
The look of confusion.
Yeah.
And so, just look at them and like, what did you hear? Like, neither one of us have to ask. It's just, what did you hear?
Or the other one is where we just start laughing uncontrollably, and we know that there's nothing to laugh at. Like the person that said the original, whatever it was, would be like, okay.
And sometimes it's stuff that could never be humanly possible. And it's always perverse in some way.
Well, because we're dirty old fucks. We are. We could make a dirty joke out of...
anything.
Yeah. Piece of cotton flying across the floor. We're like, we'd find something dirty about it. But That's kind of like Brandy could make a cat song out of anything.
I sing to my kittens, and I make songs for them.
I think everybody does. Every cat owner or animal owner does speak to their animals. I don't know why anybody would think that's weird.
Because some people don't. Some people don't consider their animals as family.
Not that it's the only reason for getting a cat shirt, but Brandy gets cat shirts for Mother's Day.
And burps.
This year was the cat Lisi. That was dangerous. I almost had to clean soda off the microphone. But
Or what we consider soda.
Right. Well, I am stealing a couple of the Dr. Pepper
I know.
Zeros.
I see you. I haven't. Why are you stroking it like it's fucking short and girthy? Do you need some lube?
I thought we left all that in Hawaii.
Yeah, there was no reason to pack that shit.
Oh God, can you imagine the people that went in and the cleaning crew that went after we left and found?
Oh, they found some interesting things, and the gowns that you left behind.
I know. I will take blame for that one entirely.
And some of my good sarcastic shirts. I don't have my school rock, my that one from the TV, the
School of Rock or high school. Not, we're gonna shoot ourselves in the foot. Like, I'm gonna hear this at like 4:00 in the morning. She's gonna yell out the fucking name of this damn.
I don't have that shirt anymore. I don't have my I speak sarcasm fluently shirt anymore. You left all this shit behind.
You have seriously gotten a lot of shirts to replace it, though. We've gotten a lot of good ones. Like, we've got a Baby Yoda flipping people off out of your pocket.
In the year of COVID, I don't have a shopping habit. I have learned to control it. But when I wouldn't really buy clothes online because it's kind of a bitch if you get something and it's the wrong size. I hate that. But I just had to take that chance, and the shopping habit went online. And I was buying makeup and clothes and I mean, sure, I get what's a good word? What's a good word? I ridiculed for not dressing my age from some people.
I don't understand that. I don't give a
I don't know why some people think, parents, well, not mom, although up until she passed, she would make me do the bend over test.
Well, yeah, there is a certain point where, you try not to be too...
I mean, and it's not like I'm going to randomly walk around and bend over. Hey, check out my muff. Look at my bunghole.
Dude, there's some people on
Check out the chocolate starfish.
There's some people on the strip right now, and I'm talking like right now this minute, that couldn't pass the bend over test with their shorts, let alone their damn skirts.
My mom used to make, before I would walk out the house, she's all, come here. Because I would go to tell her, that I was leaving and whatnot. And I would turn and walk away. She's all, wait. Stop. I'm like, fuck. And now, mind you, I'm not a teenager. I'm a full grown-ass woman. And before anybody gets the thought in their head, oh, she was living off her parent or living with her parent, I was living with my disabled parent and taking care of my disabled parent, and then develop a disability of my own, which became even harder to care for my disabled parent.
It's one of those things that you get that look all the time. Although the look that I saw more often directed at you was, that's your mom?
Oh yeah.
Like, first off, significantly shorter. Like, unless you went by Jack in the Box standards.
I had no chance in life to be tall.
Unless you went by Jack in the Box standards, which meant that she was like 5 foot something, 5'6" or 7, you know,
and the only reason why the other one got taller than me and Z is because her mom
was.
Oh, dude, you burped and blew it in my face? What the fuck? Ew. Ew. Are you proud of yourself? Look, it was like a fucking Harry Potter charm. The one too.
Harry Partridge?
Yeah, that's a new movie, new guy. He's half from the Partridge family, and he's hairy. That was like the do not remember, do notist rememberist. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about before you fucking burp. It wiped my memory.
We were talking about your siblings in height.
Yeah, because her mom was
a giant.
Much taller.
Yeah. She was like my height, damn near, and
the spawn, her tallest, because she has back issues too, and we're both shrinking. We're both gonna look like fucking garden gnomes. She'll just be the bigger, the taller one.
No, you'll be Gollum.
I know. I'm cute. I'm gonna be a cute motherfucking lawn gnome. I don't care if you had to put bunny ears on me, put a little tutu around my little gnome ass.
Little known ass is more like it.
Little no ass.
And that has
or
happened.
Like put a plate of pancakes on my back.
Like, as we've gotten older, both of us have just basically gone to no ass at all.
Not like I had some giant,
bubble booty to begin with. It was you had an ass. Okay, an ass is an ass.
But I didn't have hips, but neither did Mom. That was just our body makeup.
Right. I used to have an ass, then I lost weight.
And now he's got flapjacks.
Yeah.
Now he's got flapjacks.
If I jump really fast, I might be able to take off.
I don't know. Maybe you can twerk and make them flapjacks. Yeah.
No.
And then you'll take flight.
Take
flight.
No.
And you'll just see these ass wings hanging out the side.
I can do pirouettes and use it like a helicopter.
Oh, yeah. And then do the death dives.
Oh, God. So, obviously we have no shame in our body shape. No shame. I mean, it's the shame. It's the body I have. It's
the genetics I was dealt.
Right. I get being a little self-conscious, though. I mean, like, I'm a little pudgy around the middle. I got stretch marks and whatever. But that one that you showed me before we started recording of the lady that got the lips.
Dude, and they were implants because you could see the sutures all around her lip line. Her like oops, excuse me. But you could see the suture line all the way around her mouth.
Now, I suppose I understand thinking about doing surgery to do whatever.
And you know she's never going to be able to close her mouth.
No.
And she's going to drool. Because I've seen, there was an episode of Botched where the girl's mouth was exactly like baboon's ass. And Satan has arrived.
I should have put an echo on that one.
Did you blow another fucking burp?
I blew it that way. It boomerang back at you.
It probably will. Every bit of air that comes out of your body seems to find its way to my fucking nose.
Because every part of me loves you. Is this when you say don't love me that much? If you could love me just a little less.
A little ass.
Oh, God. So, the strip is starting to open up again.
Like some people's legs.
I'm sure that's happening, too. I wonder how many babies are going to be born in 9 months with it starting to open up like this.
Not even with the opening up, all the COVID babies.
Oh, yeah.
The COVID babies should be
arriving like now.
Soon.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think up all the way up to... all the way...
Distraction.
Yeah, squirrel. All the way up to when they started slowly opening up places.
But we got people coming out, and now I get it. CDC says mask if you haven't been vaccinated, no mask if you have. Cool. It is still federal law on any form of public transportation. Buses, trains, planes, etc.
Your butthole.
Masks must be anything that's monitored by TSA. Which buses are.
Yeah. Transportation.
Something.
God, I used to work for him. I can't even remember.
But
because it's like a bad memory.
But anything that's monitored by TSA, it is still required to wear a mask at all times while you are inside the vehicle. Period. And I get people now that's like, oh, but they're not making us wear it anywhere else. And then they look at my sign, and then, they can't miss the sign that's probably a 1 foot by 1 foot square of bright red with almost violently
selective vision
colored text on it that says, no mask, no ride. And then they look at me, are you really going to make me wear a mask? Yes. Yes, I am.
No condom, no ride. See, look, he just burped. He came by me to burp.
That's because that's love. That's how
Mr. No.
That's how your family shows you love. And look down upon us at all times now.
It looks... You gotta move it now, because...
Well, then you're going to have to figure out where. I like the way that it's set up. We got a couple of pictures. Okay,
well, because you had the stuff in the corner over there.
Yeah.
But then you went and sold the other stuff to...
Mm-hmm.
To the chowder man.
To the chowder man. So, with Google Photos, if you guys are ever looking for a great gift idea, you can get canvas prints of any of your pictures that you take on your phone.
Don't lick me with your tail, sir.
They're pretty fairly priced, and they look really, really good.
He's trying to tell you about something. I'm over here arguing with the cat. Stop whipping me with your tail. I'm going to bite it. I'll bite your pink velvet ears. Mr. Lewis, my big boy, my big silver fox. He's gonna be 13 years old next month. Yep. When this comes out, he'll be well, because we don't have an actual date. When we adopted him, all they knew that he was born in June. They didn't have a specific date.
Well, no, this is coming out tomorrow.
Oh, well, yeah. June. Yeah. So June, he's going to be 13 years old. And he still acts like he's...
Right.
A little dude.
And you know, it's funny, because we got him after you and I had we'd been together like...
Almost a year.
So... And it was shortly... Okay, so no, that makes this this year...
It was over a year because it was...
Okay, so
November of 2007.
Which would be 3 plus 10 plus...
And Mom passed away in 2009.
Mm-hmm. So
about a year,
right about a year
and a half.
Shortly after, in fact, it was right around the time that my mom got married. So my mom got remarried. Just recently celebrated her 13th anniversary. Congratulations, Mom. And shortly after that, we adopted Axel.
You were... Let's just go look. Let's just go look.
I knew going look.
You need a friend.
I knew going to look was going to
But Mom, when we got there, Mom gave you very adamant rules that you have slacked on, and I remind you.
I have. I'm not horrible at it, but I'm not great at it either.
You are supposed to clean the box every day.
Yeah. And I do it like 3 times a week, 3 or 4 times a week.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I've scooped
you
it
do
twice
it when
this week.
I remind you.
No, I've scooped it twice this week without you reminding me of
anything. On your days off.
Yeah. I have 3 days off.
You didn't scoop. We're not going to have a fucking shit scooping.
I didn't scoop it today. But I did Wednesday.
And we had to go and make a special litter box. Because Mr. Man over here thinks he's a human. And he's giving me the side eye because he knows I'm talking about him. Thinks he's a human boy and stands up. Straight up. He does not stay down to pee.
Stand and pee.
He will start to, and then it rises.
Yeah.
And so, even with the most extra large litter box
that money can buy,
I swear he would like make a mountain so that his back legs would be on them. And he would overshoot all the time. He
wouldn't use one of those little ones with the lid on it. He wouldn't use it.
And that's why everybody's like, well, why don't you get the one with the lid? Because he won't go in it.
Yeah. So we ended up having to get one of those like giant bins, cut
storage
a puka
bins,
out of it.
And then had to go buy a Dremel, and then the little blade, and then make the little scoopy. We had to make the entrance a different direction because we knew which way he liked to position his ass. Long ways. So we put the entrance...
Is he hiding his head because we're talking about...
No, he's watching Sissy
he's
Fur.
watching Sissy Fur because
it's like
sexy
it's
time.
like porn. He's watching kitty porn. Damn, that ginger buns look good.
Especially when she's eating.
Oh, and she's face down, ass up. when that little ginger ass is up in the air. Look at him! Stop talking about it.
Oh man, yeah. So it's starting to get hot again here in Vegas, and then poof, cold.
I don't know. I am still convinced with the whole climate change thing that the Earth's axis has moved, because seasons are arriving later and later.
Yeah.
And spring is almost non-existent.
Well, no, this is Vegas. We do typically get maybe 2 weeks of spring.
If we're lucky.
Right. No, we're in the 90s today. I still have to do my walk for the day, and I put it off because when I woke up it was already in the 80s, and I was trying to.
Yeah. Actually, if you woke up super early, it was like upper 60s.
Yeah. And that would have been perfect. And otherwise, I just end up walking inside the house.
Which he does. And he paces the house. I can hear him.
I put on something on TV, like the news or whatever, that I can just pace back and forth in front of the TV and just...
I'm up at 2.
I get my 6,000 steps in. Hello, kitty cat.
Hello, sexy ginger buns.
I actually get 10,000 steps a day, but 6,000 steps in an hour, give or take.
I'm up at 2.
Hello. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. That's what we actually use to do a sound check on these microphones.
Yeah. What is she looking at?
I don't know. It's a cat. I mean, she could be looking at air and be completely fascinated.
We all look at air.
Right, but she tends to see.
If your emanations had color, at least I could be forewarned.
If my emanations had color, what color would they be?
Your ass would definitely be green. Your mouth would be red hot funk.
Oh.
Oh. Where else? Your nose gotta be kind of between that yellow and green baby diarrhea.
Oh, we got the name of this episode, The Color of Funk.
The Color of Funk.
Oh, God. Oh.
Have you ever... I want to sing Colors of the Wind, but Colors of Funk. Can you paint with all the colors of the funk? And this is why we started the podcast, because we don't need anybody else around us.
We really don't.
This is actually our regular conversation.
What we're talking here and outside of the...
See, but he has more Tourette's moments, because I could be in my room just like chilling, and he'll come to my room and just start talking about the strangest shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
I did one the other day that had you just like leave.
I forget what it was.
Oh.
It was something really stupid, but you were being serious about it, but it was really dumb. And I was like, leave. Be gone. Get out of my room.
Yeah. And, and I get distracted by the easiest of things, the simplest of things. And
hence why we are squirrels.
We are the Squirrel Tangent. That's the whole reason for us.
Oh my God. Oh.
Trying to stay awake?
No, I'm just... What do they call your sleep cycle? Is it circadian?
Circadian is more like your monthly cycle. That's like your.
That's not my monthly cycle. That's my menstrual cycle.
Well, no, that's the menstrual cycle, but the circadian
Menstrual cycle?
circadian
That's my
rhythm.
menstrual cycle.
Circadian rhythm.
My menstrual cycle. This is my menstrual cycle.
And this is how we make fun of each other.
My menstrual cycle.
The circadian rhythm.
And when I have a goose, it goes in my menstrual cycle.
Hey Google, what is a circadian rhythm?
According to Wikipedia, a circadian rhythm, or circadian cycle, is a natural, internal process that regulates the sleep-wake cycle and repeats roughly every 24 hours.
Get a
It
straw and
refers to any
suck
process
my
that originates within an organism
ass.
and responds to the environment.
Get a straw.
They even gave a really cool
Yeah, I
illustration.
know. There's
I'm
a graph, everything. And we have metal straws. Suck my ass. Go get a fucking straw and suck my ass.
I was gonna say, and put it in my ass.
No, not put it in my ass.
How the hell else am I supposed to suck your ass?
You're not gonna suck my ass.
That's what you were telling me to do. Suck my ass with a straw.
Suck my fart. Is that better?
That at least goes with the colors of funk.
We got the funk. Oh, I had to control myself the other day. I wanted to buy more Ursula stuff. There are certain things, and see, and this is the other thing when I was talking about how your parents or how some of your peers think that you should, some of your, your peers that are close to or your age specifically, to dress a certain way, or you're supposed to decorate your house a certain way, like what, I'm supposed to have fucking doilies under and everything, and I'm sorry, I like Funko Pop dolls. I like cartoon characters. I love Ursula the Sea Witch. I love Star Wars stuff. We have a 2-foot fucking Yoda in our living room.
We actually have a what is he? 10-inch baby Yoda?
And a 10-inch baby Yoda,
But
this one is gonna be worth money because it doesn't say Grogu, it says the child.
I think a lot of them are still saying Baby Yoda or the child. I don't know that there's really been anything come out that said Grogu yet. Like, you can Google it with Grogu, like they've added it to the tags, but they haven't actually changed the labeling on anything yet. I wonder.
And I like to wear sarcastic t-shirts. And I love Adidas.
I've got 2 different versions of the classically trained shirt. One with an Atari controller and one with 2 turntables, thanks to the
The ones I got you.
Yeah, I got the one with the controller. You got me the one with the turntables.
Yeah. And what, I'm supposed to be wearing these old lady caftans or the old lady slippers.
Please no. Don't turn into your sister. Those Tata Man slippers.
Those fucking Tata Man slippers are the ugliest fucking things in the world. They're house slippers. And my sister will wear these ugly ass brown plastic slippers with socks.
No.
She turns herself into the walking poster child for birth control.
Like when her boy had a kid, it was right around the time when that song Thrift Store came out.
Yeah.
And we cracked the joke rocking grandma style to her because she does. Like, she was...
I mean, you could say it's bohemian-ish.
She's my age, okay? I'm 46 years old.
No, she's a year older than you.
Ooh. But she dresses like she's 60. It's either dresses like she's 60 or dresses in the frumpiest freaking sweatsuits that she can find.
Even when she's the model, she always wore the frumpiest shit she could find.
It's like she gets on camera and boom, form-fitting stuff and stuff that makes, shows
and
off.
And makeup. But no. Girlfriend, don't you...
She spent too much time in the sun. She's turning into a California raisin.
Walking fruit roll-up.
Well, she's not as bad as we've seen. I've seen some online that
are like,
Oh, yeah.
And then people like, why do you look so... you don't look your age.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Apparently, she thinks something's outside.
Well, did you close the door?
Yeah.
No, not that one. The other one.
No.
The fresh air is making her cuckoo. But...
oh, man.
What the hell was I saying? Oh. The not looking my age part. I mean, I've had... schoolmates tell me you look the same, which I kind of don't know how to respond to because I was I was twice my size. Yes, I was. Yeah.
But
back in high school,
the same is a relative thing. Like, I am still immediately recognizable as me, even though
you are a pod person. If someone from high school only remembered you from high school and never saw any progression up until now, they would not know it was you. Fucking pod person.
No, they wouldn't. No, not at all.
He showed me his graduation picture. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
It's not you.
I was like, you're a fucking pod person. This skinny ass white dude with blonde, bright blonde hair. Well, bright blonde mullet. And you couldn't even put like concealer on your neck or something. He took his graduation picture with a big ass hickey on his fucking neck.
It was one day after I had gone to the World's Fair and had a random hookup with a chick that was out there.
So they didn't sell concealer?
I didn't know anything about that shit. I was like, fuck it, I was 18 years old going, I got laid. Yeah.
And with a big ass hickey on his neck, sitting down. Yes, he was sitting down, mon petit. Yes, he was. And some medieval looking cane with his hands on it. I'm like, who is this fool? With his big... Mommy and Daddy are not arguing. Anytime we raise our voices, what she thinks we're fighting. Stop it.
Ma petite fleur.
I told you the fresh air is making her nuts.
Well, when we're done recording, I'll get up and
I don't have nothing to think.
Neither do I. I'm empty.
My big dude. Grow some thumbs. Be a good waitress. What would And see, she couldn't, like, our girl couldn't have, the cute, sweet voice. She is
When
what
she's in
we-
heat,
what
she sounded
we-
like Scuttle.
she she doesn't have the cute, like, hey, come hither boys voice. When she first started, I was like, what? Why does she sound that way? Because Mr. Lee is our gentle special boy. And his voice is very sweet.
Well, not so much anymore. Now you can.
He's getting, as he gets older, it's getting kind of scraggly, but it's still sweet, a sweet sounding scraggle.
Yeah, and coming through half his mouth because half the teeth are gone now. But that's an old man thing. And he's still cute as ever. He's a little
And that's
peanut
my
head.
boy.
Yeah.
My boy. He's like a dog. We call him a puppy cat.
Yeah. We'll follow her everywhere until, of course, it's time for dinner.
Then he comes and be nice to you.
Not be nice. He stands there and silently
And
judges me.
we call him Michael Myers because he has a habit of, like, standing for far distances from you, and he'll just sit there looking
quiet,
like a bowling pin.
perfectly quiet in a shaded place where all I can see is just his outline and those eyes just staring at
And he's white. He's predominantly white. And and he'll just stare at you like he's a stalker. Sometimes he'll hide half of the bowling pin behind the corner, and he's just like looking at you with one eye.
But the exact opposite, Ma Petite. Ma Petite's like, okay, it's time for the dinner.
Meow!
And she'll do that like 3 inches from my nose. I mean, the give a fuck is broken on her.
Yeah, look, she's sucking in the fresh air like she's taking a big ass bong rip.
Oh, she's gonna hate it because here in a little bit we're gonna end up.
Look at her, another bong rip.
And I'm gonna be going for a walk. She hates it when I leave the house.
Both, and especially since it's worse with COVID, because I did not leave the house for a little over a year. And when I finally left the house was to go get my vaccine, the first shot, and we have that Google Nest system in our house where we can look and listen to what's going on in the house. As soon as we walked out of the house, we turned it on. I said, turn it on. Both of them were walking around the house just like, hello?
Meow.
Hello? Hello? And I mean, we left the TV on for them. And
does anybody else do that? I mean, leaving the TV on or leaving music on for their fur
why
babies?
do you think they have the anxiety?
Cat anxiety, yeah. And actually, I've got a friend of mine that's going to be moving to this area, and one of the things he's been asking me about, because he has 2 cats, is how to keep them calm while we're driving for 9 hours. And that's actually, yeah. So if anybody has
is going to travel or go on a long road trip with
cats,
they have one for dogs too, but cats, you use the Feliway spray, or
you put a little bit on the fur, and you put it on the bedding of their kennel,
carrier,
carrier, and then
it's a calming pheromone.
It was a lifesaver
when we moved from Hawaii to Vegas.
Oh man, because when we did, there was somebody on the bus was like, I didn't even realize you had a cat on the plane, because they were completely silent. They just chilled.
I mean, every once in a while you would hear a little.
Yeah. And it's weird because normally when you put those cats in their carrier, you hear the most
The yowling of their people.
retching. Oh my
How
God!
could you do this to me?
Torturing me. Oh.
Why? Why? Ah.
Oh man, yeah.
That's when he don't sound sweet at all.
No, he
It's
doesn't.
ah.
And like,
He sounds like a really bad opera singer.
it's like we beat him, but obviously we
yeah.
don't, and it's just. But no, you use this spray that Feliway.
Feliway.
I'm sure there's other equivalents to it now because that was
True, but that is the best one.
well, yeah. We are not sponsored by them. However, we have.
Although
used their
Jackson Galaxy has his holistic sprays, that's the one we were using
here
for her to get used to.
And how much did that cost again?
They're kind of on the pricey side, but you only need
Little bit.
one spray.
Yeah, it lasted us
like right behind the
2
neck.
years?
It
The one
lasted
bottle
us
lasted
longer
almost
than
2 years.
3 years.
Yeah, because we got it right before we moved into this place.
No, I got it when we moved
Okay.
and saw how she was acting, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But now we need to get another spray because when we would have storms back home, and she was only a
Young.
year.
Young.
She was maybe a little over a year, so she hadn't really experienced bad storms where they make a lot of noise. So when we moved here, and there was the thunder and the lightning, the rare storms that we have in Vegas. But
Well, we get lightning and thunder a lot. We just don't get a lot of rain.
but the windstorms is
yeah.
what gets her. It gets her. If last week, was it last week?
It was last week when we went from like 89 degrees down to the low 60s.
But the
50s.
wind was like 25 to 30 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And just, we have quite a few trees in our complex, and just that noise and the
Yeah.
ripping through the complex, she goes nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen cats get the zoomies. This was like erratic zoomies. Like she will run and like randomly jump up on the window and the blinds. And
Although I think the worst one I've seen was when somebody walked by our door with a dog.
you weren't home for that.
I was home for that once.
No, not the one I had. The one that
When
she screamed like a bitch.
She did that with me there once, and just like
the other place we were living.
Oh man.
The windows were a little bit lower, and the walkway. So then people would walk past with their dogs or whatever to take them to the park or down to the grass area to go potty. And I guess this one dog liked cats and saw her in the window, and he jumped up on our window, and I had never in my life heard a cat make that noise. She screamed.
Yeah.
Like it sounded like a person.
Yeah.
She screamed. And I was like, what the fuck?
She is a very, very territorial cat.
And I look out the door because I thought the way I heard the window, so I thought it was one of the stupid ass kids that was living by us.
Oh yeah.
And that hit the window. So I opened the door and I'm like, what the hell was that? And the lady turns around. She goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was my dog. He likes cats. And he saw your cat in the window and he jumped up. I didn't catch him in time. I'm so sorry.
And we could probably have a dog. It's just so...
It would have to be from puppy.
Right. And we would have to introduce it to the cat slowly. Like,
She'd beat the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Lee wouldn't give a shit because he's been around dogs before.
Right. But any new animal that comes in the house, because that's what happened when she first moved into the house. That first couple days, he was okay. I'm the boss. Sit the fuck down.
She tried to, because she was afraid. Mm-hmm. So she was being Miss Hissy, and I have never heard my gentle boy hiss before in my life. And he got territorial with her, and he hissed at her, and I looked at Greg. I'm like, oh, did he just hiss?
Yes, he did.
I was like, oh no, my sweet boy. I'm like the crazy cat person, if you couldn't fucking tell.
Right.
But, so she tried to get, she tried to be his friend, and everybody was getting cool with each other. But then she started to try who was going to be the dominant one.
Mm-hmm.
And she was messing. She did this little run and was going to jump him. And she still does it to this day, because that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, just the straight wiggle coo, like they wiggle their butt.
And we have it. Look, cats are like kids. Animals are like kids. No matter how much you try to clean the house,
Throw away boxes? No, not allowed to throw away boxes.
Sorry, she's doing something goofy, but she tried to express dominance on him, and I think he just watched wrestling with me too much, because she jumped up, he lifted up one arm and just full on clothesline her, bam, down on the ground.
Treated her like a hamburger.
He just caught her by the neck and slammed her down on the ground, and he didn't even think twice, and she got up and looked at him like, oh, okay.
And no, actually, that needs a little background story. Treated her like a hamburger. We have strange cats.
Yes.
We had ordered from McDonald's or went to McDonald's and brought it home, because this was before Postmates and DoorDash.
And we were living back home, and there was a McDonald's around the corner.
Right. I could walk to McDonald's in 5 minutes. So I brought home the food, and we're sitting there eating, and there's a sandwich sitting on the bed.
He brought out one of my cheeseburgers and put it on the bed, and he was right by me, as usual. But then he was looking at the cheeseburger like it was a threat. And we were just watching him like, what the hell is he doing? Dude, he whooped that cheeseburger's ass. And we were just cracking up. Like, he did how they go slowly with their paw, and they do that hesitant move. They're like, I'm going to hit you, I'm not going to hit you. I'm going to hit you, I'm not going to hit you. And he was like, and then all of a sudden, bah, 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 bah. Like, what the fuck the cheeseburger did to you? And we just fell out laughing. Like,
it was hilarious.
It was like the cheeseburger was fucking calling him out or something.
And both of our cats have done weird things we crinkled plastic bags. And
then we found out that our girl has a fetish for plastic bags.
Fetish doesn't even describe it. She freaking has an epileptic fit when the bag is floating through the air towards her.
The time she did that, the first time she did that was the most hilarious freaking thing. We were throwing the bags at her because she liked to crawl in them or whatever. And he balled one up and threw it at her, and she looked up and started shaking her head back and forth really fast, like watching it going, ah. And we're like, what the hell was that? And Mr. Lee, we found out very early, Mom was still...
Not so much anymore, but yeah.
Mom was still with us, but he still does it. Sometimes I wake up and find paper balls in the bed with me.
Oh.
He's like, I'm sleeping. He's like, where's Plum? But I don't hear him. But I can feel him jump on the bed because he's about a good 13 and a half, 14 pounds. But he's not overweight. He's not overweight.
He's a chunky butt.
He just looks chunky because he's short-bodied.
And he has chinchilla fur.
And he has chinchilla fur.
Like
that's what the vet said.
Like the weirdest thick undercoat ever.
They called him a short hair, a domestic short hair, but he has the weirdest. Not coarse, it's soft, but he has like this crosshatch undercoat
that he can lose forever and never seem to be out of hair.
Like I can brush him and then brush him the next day and the same amount of fur comes out. I'm like, dude, you should be bald.
Yeah, we can entirely like give us a week. We'll have enough cat fur to knit
and
you
then
a sweater.
I'll brush my petite and like basically nothing comes off, but clammy hands over here.
My hands,
don't touch me. Giant clam hands over here will pet her, and basically she should be bald because these giant tufts of fucking hair come off of her, and it's orange. So, you know, when we first started doing that, we did make her Lord Damp Nuts baboon ass face. Yeah.
Oh man.
Toupee. But we couldn't get the picture in time because she shook her head.
Yeah.
And I've also put it on Greg's head. And if I was to collect all the fur, he'd have a nice full head of fur.
Yeah, but I'd be a carrot top.
We can mix it. We can mix some.
That would make me a silver fox.
No, right now you look like the Lorax with a braid.
True. I haven't.
COVID and masks have not been your friend.
They have not. And I still get complimented on my braid. On my beard, the braid, the whole 9 yards. Microphone. Hi. But, yeah, no. That's one thing I'm looking forward to not wearing the mask for is just being able to have my face out. Like,
because he takes off the mask and the hair that he has all this breakage on the sides, so this hair
and I take good care of my beard. I mean, I oil it, I brush it, I shampoo, condition it, the whole 9 yards. I take really good care of it.
It sticks out and he looks like the fucking Lorax.
Yeah. And that's why, you know, when somebody's like, you just want to make it, you know, you guys love wearing your mask, like, bah, you seriously confused. I hate this damn thing. I cannot wait to get rid of it when it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
When the CDC says, meh. And they kind of have, but when the CDC says for everybody, I think that's about the time that I'll be.
Petite, why are you always biting his birdie?
Because he tries to hump her while she eats.
When she fights with him,
And
you're like mommy, because mommy fights dirty.
Yeah.
And that's him in the background. Of course he tries to hide in the smallest fucking box.
Oh, God. Yeah.
But anyway. Now that you've heard our conversation of the evening about cats.
Yeah, about cats.
Bodily emanations.
Yeah.
And not dressing and acting your age. I mean, it's not that I don't act my age. I'm just not a crotchety old fuck.
Old fuck, maybe, but not crotchety.
I'm not an old fuck.
Hey, I can't wait to be over 55 so I can get my $1 coffee or my 50-cent coffee. Come on, I can go in and for like $3, I can have coffee all day at every place. Every place I go, I could be like, give me my 50-cent coffee. Thank you.
I bet you could go now and they'd give it to you.
I don't look that old. Just because
Everyone thinks you're older than me.
Just because I look older than you look. Not older than you, but older than you look.
Oh, is there a difference?
Yes, because I don't look older than 50.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do.
We've seen some examples of people that look 50.
I'm
not that. I don't have the wrinkles around the eyes and around the mouth and stuff like that. I don't have that. I got a
whole lot of wrinkles on that forehead.
That's just frustration wrinkles for me.
Oh, for me. You got the leather yarmulke. You got freaking hair that grows out of your ears that connects to your back hairline and to your beard, and then it connects to the hair on your back.
Oh man, and we were worried we weren't going to be able to talk for an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an hour. And thanks again for listening to the Squirrel Tangent. If you got this far, thanks a whole bunch. If you wanted to check me out, I'm also on another podcast. That's The Wheel of What. And we'll be back again in a couple of weeks. Hopefully again with Bratty. And also, if you really like what you heard, please consider going up to patreon.com.
If you like listening to couples bitch and moan.
Oh, check out patreon.com/The Squirrel Tangent. You become a monthly donor, and well, not only will we be thankful, but we'll actually make sure to bring your name up on an episode. Please check us out on Facebook, and we're on all your streaming services. Recommend us to a friend. Aloha.
Aloha.
Bye-bye. Bye, Karen.